was a problem? Yo, I'll solve it. Check out the hook when my DJ revolves it.
I know what you were thinking. I could see it in your eyes. How the heck did that happen? Well, let me tell you guys exactly what's going on, boys. So let me show you guys what we're doing. I'm going to break this down. I'm going to do you step by step and tell you guys exactly what you need to get this done. First and foremost, guys, you need to get yourself a Sibelyx. I'm going to tell you guys how to get one, where to find one, and also how to be able to make babies and get some Sibelyx as well, which is the route I took. So first things foremost, guys, we are going to be taking advantage of his partner skill called Silk Maker, which theoretically should be called Blizzard Spike or Blizzard Maker, because this is what we're doing. So what this partner skill does is when you activate it, it attacks the enemy with a Blizzard Spike. But what we're doing is we're double dipping, boys, because not only are we doing the Blizzard Spike from the partner skill, we're also doing the Blizzard Spike from the active skill. I'm going to tell you guys exactly where to get this Blizzard Spike as well. So what we're doing is we're doing a 2-1 combo. We're throwing up our partner skill and we're throwing up our active skill, allowing us to double the damage of the Blizzard Spike twice, which is amazing. In addition to that, guys, we're running passive skills. Our passive skills we're running is Legend, which is going to give us a 20% attack boost. We're running Muscle Head with a 30% attack boost. That's 50 attack boost already. We're running Ferocious with another 20. That's 70 plus damage, percent damage on just that alone. And we're running Ice Emperor. Now that's a 20% increment on attack damage just on ice though. Remember, this is not attack. This is only for the elemental one. So we're getting an extra 20% buff here. Theoretically, you could put something like Lucky in here if you wanted to. It's going to give you a 20% attack damage. But I like to boost my my overall elemental damage because it's kind of like an elemental build here that we're running with ice. So those are the passive skills you want. The other thing that you want to be completely concerned about, guys, is condensing this. You want to condense this all the way to 4 stars because the higher you condense this, the higher the damage of the ice is going to be. In addition to that, we dumped in 10 points into the attack via the souls. And for the attack, guys, so on the attack, we're running at 1,927. This actually gets boosted over to 2,000 plus, and I'll explain how we do that in a little bit. Overall, in general, the IV is extremely important when you're doing a Sibelyx. You're going to want to make sure that it's either between 106 to 108 if it's a level 1. Basically, the number here is I have 838. Mine is a 107. I wasn't able to get a 108. The 108 would put me at 839, 840. But right now, that is where I'm at right now. So IV stats of what you're getting when you're having babies, if they come out to be a level 1, you want to make sure that the attack is between 106 to 108. 108 being the highest one you could possibly get in here. So that's what we're looking for Sibelyx. Now, the thing here, guys, is there is going to be a caveat to this particular build because theoretically you might need 2 of them. It just depends on who you're fighting. There's some ads that you could get away with 1, like you saw right here, and then there's going to be some times where you're going to need to run 2 of these exactly identically the same. Now, the other thing we're taking advantage here, guys, as well, is we're using a Foxico. Now, the Foxico is going to be extremely important. Not only does he look cute, but the main thing we're taking advantage here, guys, is his partner skill, which is called Aurora Guide, which is when you're in a team, it's going to increase the power of Ice Pals. Extremely important. That's what we want to do. One thing that we're definitely needing here, guys, is this ability Vanguard. That's the one that's going to boost us 10%. So we're getting 10% from Vanguard, 10% from the partner skill, and 10% from condensing all the level 4 to level 4. It's going to be a grind to do this build, but once you set it up, you're just going to be a cakewalk because everything is frozen. Now, one tip I want to give you, if you happen to freeze someone and you have a rocket launcher and you shoot them, they're going to fly straight up into the air and they're never going to know what hit them. It's just pretty crazy. So there is an alternative. You guys just don't want to freeze people all around. You just freeze them and launch them in the air, and they're pretty much done. Okay, so we want to condense this to level 4. So I'm going to show you guys what I did. As far as attack on this one, it doesn't really matter. The only thing you're looking for here is this Vanguard drop. So how do you go about getting this? Okay, so in order for you guys to get this, you're going to want to go ahead and have a lot of Foxico babies, boys, because you're going to need over 400 Foxico babies to condense the, like if you have it like in my party, like the way I have it right here, to have 3 to 4, to run 4 stacks of these Foxicos, you're going to want to make sure you have a bunch of babies. And in order to do that, you're going to need yourself the following. You're going to need yourself a Fox Park, which are super easy to get. You can literally get these at the start of the game. Okay, you can get them anywhere, basically. And you're going to need yourself a Oerk. Now, the great thing about the Oerk is you don't really have to go look for him. You could easily, even though he spawns right here, right on top of the map right here, you could go get him if you want to. But best thing is to do is to have a baby and make one. I have a video on how to get one of these really fast. And that's all you're going to need for this, because we're going to be using this to make a bunch of Foxicals. All right, so basically an Oerk plus a Foxy equals a Foxico. All right. So what you want to do right now is, make a bunch of Foxicals, just make sure they have Vanguard. That's the only thing you're looking for. Bunch of Foxicals with a bunch of Vanguard, and just condense until they're level 4. Once you have the Foxicals you need, you're going to make sure you have an additional Foxical. The reason why is because this is going to be our second step. Okay, for our second step, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go to our Pal box. We're going to go to the Oerk. We're going to keep the Oerk inside the farm. And the only thing that we need to do now is throw in a Foxico. And a Foxico plus an Oerk equals a Sibelyx, which is amazing, right? We just got that straight combo. So when you're trying to get the Sibelyx, main thing you're looking for, guys, is you're just looking for that IV stat. And you're looking for the passive skills. Basically, what you want to do is you want to get one with high IV if you want. And then work on the passive skills. Because theoretically, you get a Sibelyx plus another Sibelyx equals Sibelyx, so it's going to be easier to pass these down. But you could, go this route as well. That's how I did it. I made a Sibelyx, got the IV, just focused on the IV, and then I focused on the passive skills, because it's a lot easier to pass down the passive skills and kind of guarantee the ones you want faster if you breathe a Sibelyx with a Sibelyx. But you could just keep breathing Sibelyx until you have the passive skills you want. Now, with that being said, is once you have the passive skills, once you got the IV that you want, it's a matter of making you don't have to make a bunch of these. It's like 140 plus. And the great thing about this is you need 2, so you theoretically need like about 300 if you're going to have 2 of them. I run 2 of them whenever I'm fighting big, higher bosses. As you guys see there, when I was doing the Jet Dragon one, I did 2 of them because that's 4 Blitzer Spikes that I'm able to dish out. Now, remember what I said, how you're going to be able to increase the attack stat, because what we're doing here is when we're using this ability, we're going to be using him, and we're going to go to our inventory, and we're going to feed him a Loco Moco, which is going to boost our damage and our attack damage by 20%. So once we feed the Loco Moco, that's going to give it a boost. So if I go here and I go to use, and I apply it to him, he's going to eat it up, he's going to chump it up, and then we're going to go back to the party. We're going to go to him. As you guys see, his attack went over to almost 2,500, right? We rounded off 2,312. It boosted it up a lot. So that's a very big boost. Now, I could actually move this to 150 if I wanted to. So if we put the Foxico here, guys, you're going to notice that if we go here now and we take a look at him, all right, it went up even higher, 2,500 with the double Foxicles. Now, that's with eating the cake, or eating the food, and eating the passive skill. Now, remember I told you guys I was going to tell you how to get the Blizzard Spike? Guys, what you want to do is you're going to go into your maps. I'll show you guys exactly where I got this from. So we go here. Let me exit out here. Go to inventory. It's going to be a fruit like this. It's going to be called the Ice Skill Fruit Blizzard Spike. This is a purple one you can get off a tree. Now, from my personal playthrough, the way I've been able to get a bunch, I've been farming them because of this build that I was doing. You're going to want to go to your map here. And in your map, it's going to be this look. This is the route that I took. So I tried to do all the trees in this area. Didn't get lucky. I got lucky on this one, guys. This one, and this one. So I just did a quick rotation. I kept doing this over and over and over. 2 days straight, all right? Until I finally got enough of them. You theoretically just need 2 or you just need 1. It just depends on how many Sibelyx you're going to have. I run 2, so I had to farm in multiple and do it twice. But if you guys want to just run 1, you just need to get that from one of these trees right here. Now, I don't know if any of you guys have gotten the purples from here or gotten that one in particular from this bottom portions of the map. I've only been able to get them from here. At least that's the ones I've been farming, so that's the ones I recommend you guys farm to get that fruit. once you have that fruit together, you guys are ready to go. I hope you guys like that build. Now, remember, there is another build called the Time Bomb, the Time Explosive. If you haven't checked it out, check this video that's popping up right now on the screen. Super crazy, one-shots everything, and you're going to have fun with that. Don't forget this week, a bunch of one-shot builds coming your way, so make sure you guys keep it locked on this channel. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.